Welcome back to Movie Art Reviews. My name is Gabe. It's been a long time. Hey, you know what? I am very excited to talk to you guys about No Time to Die. I mean, this movie, we've been waiting for the past 6 years? And it's been a long wait, and guess what? It's finally out, and I am just so excited to be able to talk to you about it. But before we get started, this is going to be a no spoiler review just because of the fact that I just realized that like places like Australia, they don't even get to see it till like November. And so I decided that, you know what, I'm going to make this a non-spoiler review, not going to spoil anything, just to make sure that everyone has a chance to see this movie. But guess what, even if you have seen this movie, even the vague stuff that I'm going to tell you, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? Because let me just tell you, this definitely is the movie that changed everything. And when I mean everything, man, this movie changed everything. I was not expecting them to make some of these choices in this movie. But anyway, let's get started. Let me just tell you, this movie's action sequences are absolutely incredible. These movies' action sequences are just crazy good. Like, I cannot explain how amazing they are. The music alone, Hans Zimmer's music is just incredible. Like, if you have not heard the music from this movie, it's just crazy. Like, I have no major flaws with this movie. Like, I can't find any major flaws. I mean, there are a couple flaws in this movie, and I would say that maybe some of the characters in this movie are just, I feel like they needed a little more screen time. Like, I mean, like, for example, there's a couple characters in here that just don't get enough screen time for me. Call me greedy if you want to, but I just feel like some couple characters need a little more screen time, okay? And, you know, I just felt like, you know, I just felt like they just kind of not wasted the characters, but I just really wanted more. I don't know. I call me greedy. I don't care, but I just felt like I needed more from them. Here's the problem. Here's the beef that a lot of people are going to have with this movie is that No Time to Die makes a lot of stylistic choices that not a lot of people are going to love. I mean, especially some major big Bond fans are just gonna be like, oh my, you know, I can't believe they made this choice and I can't believe they went there. Here's the thing about that is that I'm a major Bond fan. I love all the movies. I've seen all the movies at least 5 times each, and if not more. I know Daniel Craig's movies I've seen like, I don't know, like 8 or 9 times, every single one of them, but I think he's the best, of course. Basically, this movie is saying, you know what, we're going to change some Bond formula a little bit. We're going to go a little bit out of the box, you know, and it might upset some fans, you know, but I think overall they needed to do this because, hey guys, listen, Bond fans, I need you to listen for 1 minute here. Let's relate for 1 second, please. Let's take a minute here. We're going to relate with each other. Here's the thing, okay? This Bond is not This is not 1962, okay? This is not Dr. No, okay? It's almost 60 years later, and we have to adapt with the times. Just like all the other movies have, they've adapted with the times. Guess what? This movie adapted with the times, okay? So, I mean, they're going to make some choices in here, but that's just because it cannot be the same Bond from the 60s. When you see this film, you're going to be very surprised at some of the things that you see in it. But I mean, overall, like, this film is an incredible film, you know. The only other beef that I had besides those characters is definitely, I felt like in the beginning, the pacing is amazing. You're not going to fall asleep or anything like that. Towards the end, again, the pacing is very good. I would just say it's somewhere in the middle. I feel like it kind of drags a little bit. I felt like maybe if they were to cut 10 minutes, I would say 10 minutes would be a good place to edit out some of this stuff in the middle. But literally, other than that, like, this movie is good. I can't find any other flaws with it. You know, I really think that this movie is amazing. I don't think it's up to the tier of Skyfall because, you know, that's my favorite. This movie is definitely in the top 10 of Bond movies, in my opinion. And, you know, I really don't understand why and how people are getting so... I've seen people get pretty angry. You know, I've seen other YouTubers, like, they're not very happy with some of these choices. But hey, you know what? Like I said, Bond needs to change. Bond needs to evolve. And guess what? This is the way it's going to happen, okay? By the way, just to kind of like throw this out there, if you're listening to a non-spoiler review that is more than 10 minutes, they're definitely giving away too much information. I'm sorry. I mean, that's just the truth. I mean, that's why this video review is going to be less than 10 minutes, just because of the fact that, well, I don't want to spoil anything. But of course, as you may know, you probably understand quite a bit if you've already seen this film. I really love this film. The choices that they make is just incredible. The only problem that I have is the pacing and some of these characters. I'm just like, man, I'm greedy. Okay, whatever. Call me greedy. I don't care. Other than that, like, this film is incredible. I loved it, and I believe that it is worth the wait. I cannot agree more that this movie was worth the wait. As much as I would have loved to see it last year, the choice that they made to wait until October 2021 to release this film is definitely a great choice, because this movie needs to be experienced in the theaters. You need to go out and get a ticket right away, man. Like, don't wait anymore. Go and see this movie. It is incredible. Daniel Craig definitely goes out with a bang, and it is just incredible just to see him. Oh yes, one other thing is that I feel like the villain could have been a little more stronger, but I mean, from what we did get, it was satisfying enough. And you know what? This whole movie is definitely a satisfying and a great send-off for Daniel Craig. I mean, it was kind of just sad, just to kind of watch this movie knowing that it's his last movie and knowing that he will not return, is just quite sad to just, as I was watching it, I'm like, man, this is the last movie he's going to be in. He's going to be James Bond in. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit, and I really hope to hear what you guys have to say. Please, spoiler or non-spoiler, throw it down in the comments. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this movie. But of course, if you haven't seen the movie, don't go look in the comics, because then there might be some spoilers down there. But absolutely, I don't care. Non-spoiler, spoiler, throw it down in the comments. Tell me about this movie. I'd love to have conversation with you guys. But without further ado, man, I think I'm going to have to give No Time to Die an A-. Well, guys, thank you as always for watching this review. I know it's been a while, but that's because I've been doing, I don't know how many of you know, I've been doing a lot of podcast stuff. If you guys have not heard my Entertainology podcast, it'll be linked down in the description. I do it with one of my good friends, Paolo, and we just did this movie. So if you want to go dive deep into this movie, we really did dive deep into this movie. So I mean, I really encourage you to go and watch it. It's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and if you don't got any of those, then you can use our website. But without further ado, guys, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. And well, I guess we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.